is up, you guys? It is I, V&A Moreno. Ashley
V&A Moreno. More like V&A Moreno.
Ashley's on the beach somewhere. I don't know where she's at.
I haven't seen her in years.
It is I, and of course...
It's also I.
Greg Tepper.
And you're probably wondering why there are multiple photos of me sitting next to me. If you actually drop the lower third, they can probably see the Y. Because right now it just looks like, yeah, there you go.
Was that you?
There you go.
Is it...
What is this? Why don't you were the one who made it. Why don't you explain to me what this is?
It is, well, first of all, I asked all my coworkers to send me their favorite picture of Greg Tepper or their funniest / work appropriate.
Are there non-work appropriate photos of me?
You never know what people will have of you, you know?
You do have a suspicious... I've said this to you before. You have a suspicious number of photos of me on your phone.
I don't. Most of those are just like of you holding like a cup of ramen noodles. You're memeable.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm memeable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
so,
that cake.
Right.
That's a Tepper meme cake.
It's a meme cake.
Happy birthday meme Tepper.
Yes. Yes. I was trying to think of the last time. Today's June 26th. Today's my birthday. I don't know the last time I did a show on my birthday because I'm dead serious. Because this is probably knowable. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my goodness.
The last time I did a show on my birthday was 2020.
This is knowable. Oh,
I did
wow.
one in 2020 when there was not a state 7-on-7 tournament.
That checks out.
And yeah, so that's the last time I've done it. This is the first birthday episode in 5 years.
Usually we're singing happy birthday to you in some restaurant in College Station.
Right. Yeah, but instead... here I am in the office. The whole crew is down there at State 7-on-7 in College Station. Mm-hmm. Some of us stragglers have stayed behind to keep the lights on, to keep the ship afloat. And I must tell you that like when our boss Brooke Miller, more like Broke Miller, but when she told us that she was like, hey, we want you to stay behind because we want you to host the Saturday championship recap show. Mm-hmm. I had real mixed feelings because on one hand, I don't necessarily miss the fact that those guys are going to be cooking out there in the heat for 3 straight days. Mm-hmm. But it is a great event and it is a great hang. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you who was fired up about me not going is Mrs. Tepper. Because she hasn't been able to celebrate my birthday in like 5 years.
Aww.
So
I bet she's so excited.
I think
the boys.
The boys are excited. We're having ice cream for tonight, so they're excited about that.
Ice cream.
Yes. But I appreciate this. You guys surprised me with this cake.
I made it this morning.
I know you slaved over.
I didn't say hi to you this morning. Usually I say hi to everyone, but I did not.
I thought you just didn't know I was in.
No. I usually check.
Oh, yeah.
No,
well,
I was scheming.
You're scheming.
Yeah.
Scheming. Well, it was a big surprise.
One more little glance.
There you go.
Wow. We should have gotten a little close up on that.
Yeah.
Some glamour shots.
It's, another year older. It's getting...
I have a little surprise video. Should we play it during the show or?
That's up to you. I'm not the producer.
You know what?
This is
you usually say happy birthday to someone, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, wait. I do have somebody to wish happy birthday to, and it ain't me. Anyway, hit the theme expo. Yes, y'all. From the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Lewisville, Texas, it is Texas Football Today, a show with a cake. My name is Greg Tepper. I am the editor-in-chief of Dave Campbell. This is like way in the way. I am the editor-in-chief of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine and TexasFootball.com. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us live at TexasFootball.com, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram.
We gramming.
We're gramming. Or you listen to us on the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part to support your local mediocre internet show. I am sitting over there at the helm today, making us sound good, twisting and tweaking, pushing all the right buttons. She's our friend, Vianney Moreno.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, Vianney Moreno.
So happy to be here on a great day.
Are you? It's a Thursday.
Just regular old Thursday.
You know, I was. So today's my birthday. That's why there's a cake here. Vianney made the cake for me.
It's your birthday?
Mm-hmm. But what's funny, I was actually, and I don't know. I do not know. I'm now an age. I'm very old. And there's things that that it's still in the world that I just don't understand. For example, I don't know how the stock market works. Don't know. Don't want to know. But also, I do not understand what's the word I'm looking for? The method to the madness of what days fall on what dates. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, okay. I was born on a Thursday. So this is kind of a return to my roots. You know what I mean? Okay. I was born at 12:31 p.m. on a Thursday. But I don't know, I don't know the last time my birthday was on a Thursday. It's usually on a Friday or a Saturday, but for some reason it's on Thursday. Anyway, I don't know. Really? If someone can explain that to me, I would love that.
It's usually on a Thursday. Doesn't it go every...
I don't know.
It does the next day every
I don't know. Vianney, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know how these things work.
Your birthday's going to be on a Friday next year, I think.
Maybe.
And then on a Saturday.
Who could possibly know?
And then a leap year happens, and then
there's no way to know.
At least you're not a leap year.
There's no. It's interesting. It's one of the great mysteries of science. We don't know how that works. Anyway, today is Thursday, June 26th, 2025. It is a mere 154 days until Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to. You proud of yourself, Vianney? Are you proud of yourself?
I killed it.
I was going to say a happy birthday. Do you know whose birthday is today?
Adam Scott.
No.
Dang it.
Our friend Mike Roach.
What?
We have the same birthday. Yeah. I always text him I always text him on our birthday, and I just say, "Hey, happy birthday, man!" And he always writes back "Hey, happy birthday, man!" Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, Ariana Grande. Happy birthday to Aubrey Plaza. Happy birthday to Nick Offerman. Happy birthday to Derek Jeter. Happy birthday to Shannon Sharp. Jason Schwartzman, Sean Hayes, Chris O'Donnell, Michael Vick. Anyway, happy birthday to all those people.
Mike Roach is at 7 on 7.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Radical. Anyway, it's episode 1869. Nice. On today's show, folks, we got Math Tuesday. Where we are going to talk about, does 7 on 7 actually tell us anything about the fall? Mm-hmm. I would argue to you, yes. And I've got numbers to back it up. We've got that. In the back half of the show, Matt Stepp, we were trying to connect with him. We're going to be unable to connect with him down there in College Station, but we will hear from a gentleman that he talked to last weekend, David Gilpin, the head coach of the Mission Veterans Memorial Patriots. We'll hear about what they've got cooking down there in the Valley. The great David Gilpin, one of our all-time favorites, will be joining us here in a little bit if you hang around with us. Do we have first four through the door, Mademoiselle?
We do. We have jersey number 69, nice. Kyle Ramsey, and ZLL0678.
Nailed it. Anyway, we appreciate you spending a little bit of your day with us. It is a Thursday here in the off season. It's a big day because it's the first day of the state 7-on-7 tournament, and on Thursdays we like to celebrate Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
It's Math Tuesday here on Texas Football Today, where we dive inside the numbers of Texas high school football. And I just, the state 7-on-7 tournament is underway. It's going on in College Station right now. You can follow it live on texasfootball.com/7on7. Everything you need to know, including up-to-date scores of what's going on down there in College Station. We've got all that cooking. But one of the things that we struggle sometimes to explain is what exactly all this means and why we're actually interested in this type of thing. Because you're thinking, okay, well, it's touch football. Who cares? Like, what I care about is when the fall rolls around and you get in a district play and you get to make the playoffs and then you get to win a state championship, right? And I hear you. And I know I've said this before, but I was a 7-on-7 skeptic for a long time. I was somebody who didn't necessarily buy into what it was all about, didn't necessarily say, this is my favorite thing in the world. It's something that I think has grown on me. And the reason that it's grown on me is because I do think that you can look at what happens in College Station this weekend and you can draw some inferences about what we will see in the fall. It's not perfectly predictable, but I think that there are some things that you can draw from it. I mean, we mentioned it on Tep and Step about how we were going to, be paying attention to new quarterbacks, be paying attention to receiver cores. We're going to be paying attention to defensive units. We're going to be paying attention to things like leadership, right? Who's doing the right thing on the sideline, those types of things. And one of the things that I think really convinced me to start paying more attention to 7-on-7 is that there is a direct echo, in my opinion, in what you can see in the fall. It's not perfect, but it is something, and it is a legitimate data point. And so I want to dig into the number. And plain and simple, does 7-on-7 predict the Texas high school football season? And so here's what I did. Over the last 5 years, 21, 22, 23, 24, last 4 years. I'm good at this. Last 4 years, since the 2020 tournament, if you don't remember, was canceled due to the coronavirus. Over the last 4 years, I took a look at all of the teams that made their championship game. Okay, it's a grand total of 24 teams. 24 teams have made the championship game at College Station at the Texas State 7-on-7 tournament. So, champions and runners-up. And what I did was I said, okay, the year, in the months after they did that in College Station, what happened then? What happened in the fall? And so I want to take a look at what happened. And the first thing we're going to look at is which teams did the best after they had success in College Station. And there's a couple of them that I think really stand out. Last year, Gunner won the Division III championship. They go on to win their third consecutive 3A Division II big boy real football state championship. Win 14-2. 2023 Anna. I know I've talked about that. How we saw Ziondre Williams for the first time in 2020 at 7-on-7. Then he goes, they go to the state championship game at 7-on-7. They're the runner-up. They end up going 15-1, winning the 4A Division I state championship, their first ever title. 2022 DeSoto, we had high hopes for the Eagles. They go and they win the Division I championship in College Station. They follow it up with a spectacular 14-2 run to a 6A Division II state championship. Last year, by the way, the runner-up in Division III was Tidehaven. Well, they went 12-3, went to the state semifinals, right? And back in 2021, Lake Travis was the Division I runner-up, and they ended up making it to the state semifinals in 6A Division I. They went 12-3. These are 5 teams that showed out in College Station, and then the fall rolled around, and they carried that forward. Relatively predictable that these teams were able to flourish in the fall. It was predictive of what they did in the fall. Now, I mentioned it's not perfect. And I want to make sure we are being intellectually honest here, because there are also teams that did spectacular in 7-on-7 in the fall or in the summer, and it just didn't translate into the spring, into the fall. You take a look at these. In 2023, Round Rock ran to the Division I championship. Well, they went 4-7, lost in the first round of the playoffs. Brady went to the Division III title game in 2022. Went 5-6, lost in the first round of the playoffs. 2021, Hebron won the state championship in Division I. Went 5-6, lost in the first round of the playoffs. 2024, last year, Dumas was the Division II runner-up. They went 5-7, lost in the second round of the playoffs. And then 2024, last year, Austin Anderson was the Division I runner-up. They went 7-4, lost in by district. Not exactly Boffo results for these teams. And so it's not a perfect indicator. I want to be extremely clear that this is not a one-to-one, absolutely lock-it-in reflection of what you're going to do in the fall. You can be great at 7-on-7 and not great in the fall. Because remember, I'm a believer that football is ultimately determined in the trenches, and those big boys ain't there. They have no reason to be there, right? And so those are things that there are really great 7-on-7 success stories, and there are also, not so much. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to take all 24 of those finalists, right? All 24 of the teams that have made a 7-on-7 state championship game in the last 4 years, all 24 of them, and kind of take them in mass at a glance. And here's what you find. Of those finalists, of the 24 finalists, every one of them made the playoffs. 24 for 24. We have not had a team this decade make the state championship game in 7-on-7 and miss the playoffs. So if you make a championship game this weekend in College Station, I feel pretty good penciling you into the playoffs. In fact, I feel pretty good that you're going to win a playoff game. 16 of the 24 finalists won a playoff game in the fall. In fact, almost half of them, 11 of the 24, played on Thanksgiving weekend. That usually means that you played the third round of the playoffs. That's pretty great. And then you've got 5 teams that made the state semifinals, and you've got 3 that won the state championship. That did the double dip. They went the summer 7-on-7 championship and the fall 11-man state championship. And by the way, those 24 teams that made it all the way to a championship game in College Station at the 7-on-7 tournament, they average almost 9.5 wins in the fall. 9.5 wins. That feels like a pretty significant number. If you win 9 games in a year, things are going decent for you. Now, obviously, there are programs that 9 wins is a disappointment, but overall, the 24 teams that made a state championship in College Station last year, or in the past 4 years, averaged 9.4 wins in the fall. That feels important. And so I'm not here to tell you that you need to be absolutely locked in to every team's result, and that if you don't make the state championship game in 7-on-7, you're up a creek without a paddle, and if you do, you're going to have some spectacular state championship year. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, though, is that these teams that make it to the championship games for Division II and Division III on Friday and the Division I championship game on Saturday, I'm going to be circling them. And I'm going to be saying, okay, these teams historically have been able to translate that into fall success. So keep an eye on that. That's one thing that I'm keeping an eye on down there at the state 7-on-7 tournament. And a reminder that Saturday at 3 p.m. right here on these very airwaves, we will have the Texas State 7-on-7 Championship Recap Show, highlights and analysis from right here with your friends at Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Wherever you're watching this program right now, 3 o'clock on Saturday, we will get you up to speed on all the goings on down there in College Station. And that is Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
We are at Texas Football Today. We are here Mondays and Thursdays on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at TCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbells. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbells, and of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Hey, you. I hope you'll go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe. Do you see this bad boy behind me? And that bad boy on your screen? It's a 2025 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. We just got like the first few off the printer in the office. If you become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber, we'll mail it directly to you. Plain and simple. You don't got to wait. You don't got to wait for it to hit store shelves. You do not need to run around to 6 different stores in town. You can go to texasfootball.com/subscribe. We will mail you this magazine. 400 pages of football goodness. Steve Sarkisian and Salina on the covers. And you get a year of Dave Campbell's Texan Live, our streaming platform.
Wow.
With more than 2,000 live events year-round on TexanLive.com. Makes a great gift as well.
Dude, I got it for you for your birthday.
You got me a subscription to Dave Campbell's Texas Football?
Mm-hmm.
That's so sweet of you. I've always wanted to watch Texan Live. Go to texasfootball.com/subscribe. Coming up here in just a moment, one of our very favorite coaches, David Gilpin of Mission Veterans Memorial, caught up with Matt Stepp. But first, a word from these valued partners.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Potter, Executive Director of Be Well Texas. Too many people are struggling alone these days, and alcohol and drug deaths are increasing. We started Be Well Texas to offer high-quality, science-based addiction treatment and recovery services anywhere, even at home. We provide compassionate, caring support virtually or in person. In many cases, there is no cost for treatment if you don't have insurance. Really. Welcome to Be Well Texas. We're glad you're here.
Hey DFW residents, get your grocery essentials in minutes, not hours or days, with Wing Drone Delivery. Forget about last-minute trips to the store when you need things like cereal for breakfast before school, medicine for a cold, or snacks for a movie night. Wing's drones get you quick, no-contact delivery in as fast as 15 minutes. Say goodbye to last-minute grocery runs and say hello to more of your valuable time. Sign up today.
Joined out here by Hayden Gunner at Denton High School. Man, it's a big day for you. You got your decision coming right now.
After a lot of thinking, with the family talking, stressing out.
Let's see exactly where Malik Hawkins is going to be heading.
First off, I want to start by thanking God. Without him, I wouldn't be anything. I wouldn't be blessed with all these opportunities.
Got 5 schools he's choosing between. We're about to find out who it's going to be. Got your teammates, coaches, family, friends surrounding you, so you couldn't have a bigger stage right here to announce it on. So without further ado, we're going to go to the man right here, Kobe Foreman. Who's it going to be?
I will be attending.
I'll be committed to the University of Oklahoma.
University of Texas A&M.
Stand for university.
The University of Oklahoma.
Every legend starts with a vision. For Dave Campbell, that vision was clear. Tell the story of Texas football like never before. In 1960, he built something no one had before, a magazine that became the Bible of Texas football. Coaches, players, and fans didn't just read it, they lived by it. His words shaped the game. His vision built a legacy. And his name? It will always be written in the story of Texas football. Dave Campbell's Texas Football, where legends begin.
Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell's Texas Football here in the Rio Grande Valley at the Mid-Valley 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament. Here is one of our favorite head coaches in the state of Texas, the head coach of the Mission Vets Patriots, Coach David Gilpin. Coach, as always, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you being down here. It always means a lot. You know, I've said this so many times. The Texas football brand and what y'all do for high school football means so much. So for you to take the time down here and be out here and take a look at our boys down here in the Rio Grande Valley means a lot. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. It is good to see you, and it's always good to see Texas football in the house for sure.
It's good to be down here in the Valley. Love coming down here to visit, and I eat some good food, meet some good people, and watch some good football. It's nothing better than that. So first off, you guys are out here playing SQT, hoping to go to College Station. I know you've been a couple of times.
Yes, sir.
For you guys and your program specifically, why is 7-on-7 important, and how does it benefit you guys?
Okay, there's two factors to it, or two phases to it. Number one is the reps that we get together. Number one, the timing that we get offensively, the coverage work that we get defensively. It's not real football. We understand that. We respect that. I know some coaches value it, some don't. We value it tremendously. We're going to get as much 7-on-7 time as we can, because here's the bottom line. What is it hurting? What is it hurting? there's a couple of bad habits that you can develop, and so we make sure that we're coaching those up as things are going. We try to stay to what we do offensively, what we do defensively, and not tailor it to 7-on-7.
Sure.
So
you're not running 2-yard crossover a linebacker?
No, sir.
Okay.
So we're trying to, we want to be able to transition to what we're doing here over to football in August. So, it's important to it, the fact that you get to get out and compete, the fact that, these guys are together out here on a Saturday morning. It means everything in the world to me, man. Take a little road trip over here. It's about 45-minute drive, but we've been to Laredo for a state qualifier, and those are times that we get together and build those bonds. It really is. Now, the second part of that is we actually we're always hoping, if we can make it to state, if we can play at some different levels, to see some athleticism that we may not see every week in and week out, to see some of that length, some of that athleticism, some of that speed and that size that we may not see every week. That's what I value about making a state. All the reps that we're getting, hey, this is fine, man. We don't have to go to state to get those reps. That's what state does for us. And it has been for us. It's been since 2019. It's been about 6 years now since we've been there. And, and we compete, man. We came out here to qualify today. And to take a loss early, it was a little disappointing, but also, man, again, it goes back to why do you play? Now we get to see how do we handle adversity. We go in the tank and we say, man, we can't make it now? Or we say, you know what, man, we're going to keep battling. We're going to find a way and see if we can, we don't control our own destiny the rest of the day.
Sure.
So how do we react right now?
And that translates to the fall. You could lose a game early in district play and maybe not have things in your control, but if you can take care of what you can take care of, maybe get a break here or there, you can get right back in the mix again, right?
And that's exactly, Matt, man, you're hitting the nail on the head, and it's the truth. And, again, I'm not here to tell any other coach how to run their program or say, but that's what's best for us, man. Sure. I'm fixing to have a chance to see in the next, 2 or 3 hours, see how our kids react to the adversity of disappointment of losing that football game right now. And so, we'll continue to play 7-on-7 as long as I'm here.
There you go. And one thing I noticed about you guys, some of your better teams have been the teams that have gone to College Station. Some of your better teams in the past that have made playoff runs, those are the teams that also made it to state 7-on-7 and got that experience, right?
There is, Matt. We all know it's not real football. We know that, man.
We miss the big boys. We love to have the big boys out there, right?
Yeah. But do I think there's a correlation between 7-on-7 success and success in the fall? There is some. Sure. There is some. It's not the end-all, be-all. It's not the determining factor. But success in 7-on-7 definitely leads itself going into fall camp and getting into our non-district schedule. Leads ourselves to, hey, we got a winning mentality.
Yeah, exactly. Now, talking about going into the fall, let's talk about spring and summer strength and conditioning a little bit. First off, you got to spring healthy. That's the number one question.
We are. We had one out, but he's already back. So right now we've got a collarbone that went down in Sports Pacific. He fell and went down, and that's it. He'll be ready for fall camp. So going into fall camp, we should be 100% healthy at that point.
Now, what were some of the things looking ahead to 2025? Maybe what are some positions that guys could potentially win jobs if they have a good summer and show up every day for strength and conditioning and put that work in? What are some position groups that are still up for grabs?
Love the question, because that's something we have talked about nonstop. At the defensive line, we have one starter returning, and we need starters. We need depth. Offensive line, we lost 3 starters. We need starters. We need depth. So the two most accessible right now to step onto the field and play on a Friday night are defensive line and offensive line. Now, spring camp, we found some guys. So we feel like we have a solid 3 now at the defensive line. So now we're looking for depth of that defensive lineman. Who could be that guy to step in, help us win on a Friday night, that's not in a starting role. Offensive line is the same thing. We'd like to see about 2 more guys at the D-line, 2 more at the offensive line. We went into spring, not sure about corner. We came out of spring, man, we're 3, maybe 4 deep at corner right now, man. So we have found some pieces, man. We're really strong at quarterback, really strong at running back. Our linebacking crew, we need depth there, but we're really, really, really good there. And the same thing as safety, man. We're on the top end, man. We've got 2 of the best safeties, and we've had a long history of great safeties. We got 2 really good ones. So it's a combination of.
Never heard a coach tell me he had too many offensive or defensive linemen.
No.
I heard a coach tell me he was complaining about depth there.
We do not. Yeah. We do not, man. But we made some progress since,
That wind is going just like West Texas out here right now.
Yeah, man.
Hold it up. We're good, Coach. Now, looking at your district as a whole, 16-5A, it's only a 5-team district, but that I think magnifies the importance of those 4 district games to try to get into the playoffs. As you look at your district as a whole, and I know you're familiar with your opponents after playing them last year, how do you, taking yourself out of the mix, how do you see the district shaking out? What are the challenges those guys have?
It's a tough district, and it was last year. Alice was our district champ last year. Alice scored with less than 30 seconds to beat us, and we were the 4th place team. So that shows you how close it was in there, man. Roma took Pioneer to the wall, or they might have beat them last year. They took them to the wall, and Roma missed out and was 5th place. So, Sherryland's got their quarterback get back. He's a great looking kid. Alice's quarterback moved over to Flower Bluff. So, good for Flower Bluff. Love Coach Elwood and those little boys up there. But, I'm sure Coach Castellano will have somebody else there.
He does a good job there at the Alice Stadium.
Yeah,
and they're getting a brand new stadium. So
I know. So we're not going to play them in Alice this year. We're going to play them actually at San Diego High School.
Okay. Vaqueros, there you go.
But it is a tough to myself. I've always loved a big district, man. I like the Big 10 team district, man. Play a non-district game, man, and then let's get it on.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. Because they say cream always rises to the top, man. So I figure when you're playing 9, we're going to get there. We're going to find a way in. And with 5, even though it's a little easier because you only got to beat one team to make it in. Still, man, it's a dangerous situation. It's like I told you, Alice scored with 30 seconds left. Sherryland scored with under 3 seconds, with under 3 minutes left to beat us.
Caught the tiebreaker or something, and things go back. So you're petitioning the UIL right now. Give us an 8 or 9 team district.
Well, I'd prefer that myself.
There you go. All right, there you go.
We're gonna play where they land us.
Coach Cepeda, there you go. You heard it from Coach Gilpin.
Coach Cepeda, I'm not telling you how to do your job, man. I promise you.
Now, let's get that. You can just hold that microphone, Coach. Let me see here. There we go. Yeah. No, it's all good. It's windy. So your son Landry is on staff there at Mission Vets, former Mr. Texas football winner. He's a coach now.
Yes, sir.
Your daughter, she's a volleyball coach there at Rio Grande City.
Yes, sir.
Coaching is in the family. Now I got to ask you, when you've had a chance to watch your kids coach, are they like you coaching, or do they take after mom a little bit more?
I'm gonna say number one, they take after mom too. She's a little excitable herself, man. She has some fun, but they both have a tremendous passion for what they're doing. They are fun. We're watching Shania coach volleyball. She is into it, man. She knows her stuff. This is a former All-State player, former D2 player at Texas A&M Kingsville. She's played front row. She's played back row. She knows the game of volleyball, and she's into it, man. And I love sitting and watching. Now, it's hard on me because I don't have any control over anything.
Is it tough watching?
Yeah.
Because when you're coaching, you've got
the toughest thing in the world.
You've got some control.
Toughest thing in the world.
But being in the stands, that's got to be tough,
sit
right?
there and cheer.
Agonizing.
On every point, man. I watch her at home sometimes when they're playing on the road, and they can watch her on TV, and I'm on my feet instead of sitting down. I'm excited to be out there with her. So, it's a lot of fun. Now, Landry, on the other hand, obviously he's coaching with me. Here's the thing that the two of them have that I just love. The rapport that they have with the boys and girls, obviously, but their staff also, man. They work well within a staff, man. Both of them are humble, no ego, ready to work and do what's needed.
No job's too small, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Is that advice you would give to any young coach, though? When you're a young coach getting into profession,
For sure.
If you need to do laundry, be the best at laundry, right? Or whatever those small jobs are, right?
Yeah, there's coaches that have earned coaching jobs on our staff over the last 16 years now that have done that.
Yeah.
They've been there, man. It's a freshman coach just working, just doing everything right. Opportunity comes, man. We're going to give that guy a chance first, man.
Yeah. When you were a young coach, did you ever have to line a field?
I did not.
No, you didn't have to line a field. Okay.
And Tom Landry Stadium, because I've been in Mission now all my life.
Has always had turf?
35 years. No, it didn't. It was grass field. That's what I was going to say. But we had a groundskeeper over there.
Okay.
And obviously, with the turf now. So, no, I've never done that. I'm at that age where a lot of us had to do that back then. Sure. But I never did.
Okay. What was the one job as a young coach you had that you just were like, I don't want to say you hated it, but
I can answer that real easy, man. We had a stack of a VCR tape deck like this.
Okay.
And we filmed practice, and I had to do the cut-ups, which means I had to put in the master tape, and then cut it up to the D-line, to the DBs, to the linebackers, to the running backs, the receivers. So all the other coaches, I'm in at work, 4 o'clock in the morning doing this, and the other coaches just walk in, pick up their tape, and they're gone. So that was when I was a very young coach. That would have been back in 92, 93, 94, and man, that was tough.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you ever have to drive a long way and trade film?
Yeah, guys? We did that. We did that when I did my first 2 years when I started in 90 at the junior high, and we advanced scouted ahead of the varsity. So we were ahead of them, and we exchanged tapes. Yeah,
Okay.
Nice tape,
there you
nice
go.
Athletic tape around them, and pick up the tapes from the other school. So yeah,
a little easier these days. These young guys don't know about that, do they?
Yeah. Man, all is special.
Final question for you, and actually a request for you. If we have You're a UNT grad?
Absolutely.
And we've got several UNT grads on staff, Miss Pickle, Miss Moreno, and Miss Mallory Hartley. Do you have anything to say to the girls?
I would like to say, first of all, Ashley and Mallory, man, I miss y'all. Haven't seen y'all in a while. Go Mean Green. And love to hear that VNA is also a Mean Green grad, man. So that's 3 of y'all, and that's me. And like I tell Ashley and Mallory, even though we're not all in the same class, I'm class of 1990. Still Mean Green. So go Mean Green, girls.
There you go. There he is, Coach David Gilpin, the head coach of the Mission Vets Patriots. Coach, as always, appreciate your time and appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
There
man.
he goes, David Gilpin, head coach of Mission Veterans Memorial, joining Matt Stepp down there at the Rio Grande Valley, the State 7-on-7 qualifying tournament. The State 7-on-7 tournament is going on right now. We understand that they are presently in a lightning delay right now.
Oh.
So there's weather down there at the 7-on-7 tournament. But of course, we have wall-to-wall coverage of the 2025 State 7-on-7 tournament, TexasFootball.com/7-on-7. And remember, one more reminder, Saturday, 3 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel. Wherever you're watching this show, you can watch the Texas State 7-on-7 Championship Recap show live from these studios with highlights and analysis of what we saw on College Station. That's coming up 3 o'clock Saturday. Set your Palm Pilot to remind you. TexasFootball.com/7-on-7 for all things State 7-on-7. Let's go to VNA Moreno for America's second favorite segment. Final thoughts. VNA? HD VNA?
HD VNA. What do you? So just ice cream for?
Yeah, we're gonna do some ice cream.
You don't like to go to like dinner or something? You and Jen are gonna go do something together.
We are saving that for I think Monday because we can get a babysitter then. Because so we're gonna have dinner at home with the fam. Apparently they're going to decorate it. They found dinosaur party decorations. So we'll have a dinosaur party tonight.
Yes.
For that. So it'll be good. It'll be a fun time. Yeah.
Aww. You are how old?
Old enough.
There's a question mark on your.
There's a question mark.
There's a question mark there.
Yeah. Old enough. I'm the oldest person on this show. I'll tell you that much.
Wow.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Thanks again to David Gilpin of Mission Veterans Memorial for being our guest. For VNA Moreno, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please come get your Player of the Year trophy. It's right there. We'll see you Monday on Texas Football Today.
Happy birthday!